USDA Sports coverage of the NFL has us on the west coast of the Sunshine State. Downtown Tampa's the spot, Raymond James Stadium. Today, it's a Week 9 matchup. We are all set to go, as it'll be the Atlanta Falcons taking on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And it's a pretty good return here as they get this up to the 29. They'll run with a second-round pick from April's draft. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. So, CD, you look at this offense and what they've been able to do. 8-0, perfect through the first 2 months of the year. Second half of the season still to come, we get that. But what kind of a percentage chance do you think that they have of running the table?
Partner, I think it's hard to say because history would tell us that the chances aren't good at all. We've seen a lot of good teams get to this point, and then they have that one bad week and takes them out of the running. I'm going to say 25%, and I feel like I'm being generous with that number.
They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. It was Leo Chanel who got in to drop it. 3 and out, a real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. Here's Williams. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
On 4th down, here's Williams. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. On the ground, this is Joe Mixon. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. Here's Mayfield. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. A great play there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he returns this to the 22.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
To throw, Williams. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. To throw, it's Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. And down to the 27-yard line. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 50 yards. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 27th.
First down, Atlanta.
Throwing again here, Williams. That's downfield. He's got Loveland. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. Colston Loveland, 27 yards. And the Falcons are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that one not returnable. It's over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after getting rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Troy Anderson. And the Falcons are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And the Falcon first down.
To the air, Williams. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. And now the rookie's free. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. McLaughlin for the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter.
14, Falcons 7.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today. Right. So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw is Williams. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. You look at this defense for Tampa Bay. They're trying to cover up some holes in the secondary. Right now, bottom 5 in the league against the pass at number 28.
They spent the week at practice, and we know our rating's not that great. And we know we're facing the #1 passing team in the league. But there are some things that we can do to give ourselves a chance.
And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Now remember, they were unsuccessful earlier in this first quarter. Going for it on 4th. They're going to try a second time. They'll go. Here's Williams. Across the formation, and he gets this to Miller. Touchdown, Falcons.
To number 88.
A big play there. 59 yards. And the Falcons take the chance on 4th and goal, and it pays off with 6.
The kick is good.
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And we are tied at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
His first catch, good for 8 and a first down. The Buccaneers at 6-2 to start play. And they come in off a loss last time out, but overall they've been playing pretty well. 6 wins and 8 prior to that defeat.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL.
These two teams all tied after one. Second quarter now in Tampa Bay. It's the Buccaneers in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Point it right, point it right, point it right.
Mayfield. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. 39 yards there, a big one. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Throwing, Mayfield. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Baker Mayfield, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are going to take the lead. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you?
Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. His 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly here as they are in for 6. Aubrey good with a PAT. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And he goes out of bounds after a solid return to the 45.
In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. Troy Anderson, the man on the tackle.
No gain on the
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Alert, 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 alert. 180. What's that?
Mayfield looks to throw. Now he's going to step up and run. Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
Partner, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Joe Mixon taking it in from a yard out. And the Buccaneers have moved out in front. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Throwing is Williams. Under pressure, they got him again. They'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down. Boy, tough spot here as they approach the line of scrimmage. A long way to go to try to pick up this first down. Out of the gun now on third down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
There's a lot about that play you could easily see coming. Backed up in the shadow of their own goal line, you know they're going to face pressure.
He's lucky his arm was going forward. It was close, but it was going forward.
Yeah, it could have been a safety or even giving up the defensive touchdown.
That is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. Thank goodness. That means this next drive is going to begin first and goal already at the 5-yard line. And a failure on fourth down on the other side leads immediately to a first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Second and goal.
Mayfield down. Now a run, and he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Baker Mayfield, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And able to get this out to the 25. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try to pick themselves back up.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much. This offense so far on third down, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Williams. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. It's a big play there for Atlanta. And even 50 yards. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First down, Falcons.
From the gun, here's Williams. And shoving through the tackle. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be second down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way. And really, we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Vegas!
To the air once more. Williams. Got a man and he hits him in stride. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 22 on the season. And the Falcons have cut it back within a score. Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team. That they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
You give him 5 on the carry there and it'll be second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
20! Regular! Kings! Hey, alert 33. Point it right. Good.
Mayfield to throw it. And he will find his man on the outside. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
At the 27-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back to Mixon on second down. Falcons going to use their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Here's 3rd and 9.
Hey, alert!
Now Mayfield. And he is caught. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A 3rd down gain of 19. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
180! What's up?
Mayfield firing quickly. It's complete. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Nixon, he is going nowhere in a hurry as he is going to lose yardage here in a big way. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Now Mayfield on 3rd and goal. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Mayfield to throw for it on fourth. And he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Bucs will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And how about this right out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators. They sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
To throw, Mayfield. Dumps it off to Mixon. Room to maneuver at the 35. And down to the 28-yard line. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first.
Kings! First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Buccaneers take a 3-touchdown lead.
Falcons 28. Chase McLaughlin to kick off for the Buccaneers.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Nifty move. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
118 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Not liking the look. They'll change the play. Williams from the gun on 3rd down. They'll try and do this himself. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's a tough one for the defense because the coverage was good downfield. He was forced to work his way out of the pocket to his right, spotted his man on the sideline, and got it to him to pick up the first down on 3rd down.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the
gets a bit tougher from here.
Here's Williams. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yes, let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll try and throw for it here. It's Miller, complete.
Now he's loose down the left sideline.
And finally down at the 9-yard line. Wow, 1st and goal, and defensively all they can do is shake their heads. Not only did they allow the conversion, but a big play as well.
From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He'll get 2 out of that run, and it's going to bring up a 2nd and goal.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively there on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal.
Hands it off out of the gun.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
A 5-yard loss sets up 3rd down and goal.
They'll look to throw for it with Williams.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Darren Waller, a 12-yard touchdown grab.
And the Falcons get a bit closer. Aubrey good with a PAT.
And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Falcons 35.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
Hey, alert!
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3.
A handoff, running left, Mixon. And some space here.
Loose inside the 30. Joe Mixon.
Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Joe Mixon.
His 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. As his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off.
And this return going to come to a quick end as he is belted at the end of that one.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Oh, he dropped it.
And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. To throw, Williams. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Trey Hendrickson has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, it's Williams. He'll try and do this himself. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Looks like another empty possession offensively. And you're at that point in the game where you can't afford too many more of these. So this is going to require some heavy thinking on the sideline to figure out what they can do to crack this defense.
On fourth down, here's Williams. And that is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now, boy, the ball's going to go over on downs here inside the 10-yard line. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
And that's a play to applaud because these RPOs, things happen so quickly. And that ball's out of the quarterback's hands fast. He read it and reacted and was there to hit him as the ball arrived at the receiver. Big-time read.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
So both offenses come to life here in this third quarter as this is shaping up for a good finish. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. And that one not returnable, not by a long stretch, over the back line of the end zone, so that's going to be spotted up at the 35-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And the pick six we just saw makes things a little more interesting. Still, though, a two-possession game as they control their destiny in this fourth quarter.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down. The Bucs on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. A nice pickup there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
What's up?
Now Joe Mixon, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Point it right, point it right. What's up?
Here's Mayfield. Now he'll tuck this and run. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Well, it certainly appears to me that the defensive guys are starting to look a little bit tired while he still has some fresh legs. Not the biggest gain we've seen on a scramble, but still some positive yardage on a play that initially looked like a sure win for the defense.
Now back to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. A big play there. 49 yards. And the Bucs look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
63. Falcons 42.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And that unbeaten record very much in jeopardy. It's been a great first few months of the season so far, but they have run into a buzzsaw here, trailing big in the fourth quarter. To the air, Williams. Over the middle, that's to Loveland, the tight end. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
First down. A gain of 13 yards. First down, Atlanta.
Looking to throw is Williams. Going up top for Miller. This is caught inside the 15. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Operating from the gun, Williams. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. A great effort there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth.
Falcons 49.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And this one definitely not in the landing zone. In fact, it's over the back line of the end zone. So this ball will come out to the 30 now. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this fourth quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first and goal situation. Once again, they run with Mixon. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is where coaches have to have spent a lot of time going over situations with their players, because him getting tackled there is not the worst thing in the world. You're going to run more plays, right? Clock's going to go. But his thought process is getting into the end zone. It's counterintuitive for him to actually go down in this spot.
Yeah, but like you say, you don't want to get in the end zone too early here.
No, not at all, because you may leave an opening that could come back and get you.
Here's a run with Mixon. And I think they stopped him again. They did at the 1-yard line. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal.
180! What's up?
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. He'll try to pick it up himself. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Baker Mayfield punching it in from a yard away. And the Bucs have pretty well put it away here in the fourth quarter. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21.
49. Chase McLaughlin to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. Now that should give him a spark. He's across the 40 to the 43.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Here's Williams throwing to start the drive. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 46 yards. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Second and 9 now. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Colston Loveland, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And the Buccaneers able to recover. Their hands team does its job. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 149 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. 5 points of contact necessary at this stage as they'll roll on first down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in quarter number 4. Well, the lead late in the 4th, but Mayfield's going to throw it. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Emeka Egbuka, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Buccaneers tack on another score as they have dominated this 4th quarter.
77. Falcons 56. Chase McLaughlin.
Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And after all those wins that they've reeled off, it seems that they finally have met their match in a big 4th quarter hole. But still, what a run it's been. And got his man complete. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Throwing is Williams. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Inside something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down. Went backwards. It's third and very long. Operating from the gun, Williams. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's fourth down. They'll go. Here's Williams.
He's going to let this one go deep. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Bucs are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Tampa Bay, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few days as they'll host the Chicago Bears next week. Meanwhile, for Atlanta, it's their first stumble of the season as they'll dip to 8-1 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.